Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
Police are warning you about an uptick in thefts and break-ins in a portion of South Fargo.
Officers have seen an increase of crime calls in the Rose Creek area, and residents are wondering who's to blame. Valley News Team's Rose Itzkovitz joins us live from South Fargo with details from authorities. Rose?
That's right, Mike. There have been 13 crimes relating to either break-ins, burglaries, or thefts since November 4th in this Rose Creek area. If you can look at our crime map that we have here of Rose Creek, we can see as recently as just a few days ago, there were 2 thefts, one of property, one in a vehicle. Earlier today, now, police officer Jessica Schindeldecker visited our morning show, North Dakota Today, to talk about the crimes. And she says these weren't just from people leaving doors unlocked.
A lot of times we see with home burglaries, it's because of an open door or something like that, and it's a crime of opportunity. But unfortunately, this time, these victims did, they saw forced entry into some of those homes.
And spoke with a resident of Rose Creek who says in a safe neighborhood like this, the crimes are surprising.
I've lived here for 25 years, and we've generally had a very, very safe neighborhood, but I suppose no neighborhood is immune anymore. You just never know. So it's always good to be vigilant.
And Mary tells me that she does still feel safe in her neighborhood as she has a secure alarm system in place. And speaking of alarms, police officer Schindeldecker says it's important to have them, but more important to remember to have them set up before you leave home. In Fargo, Rose Itzkovitz, Valley News Live. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Rose. Police also advise not to leave packages sitting out and to keep your driveway shoveled. It'll be less obvious if you're away from home for a long period of time.
Fargo firefighters are still cleaning up quite a mess due to the water from the sprinkler system in an apartment building. It happened this afternoon at the 4400 block of Calico Drive South in Fargo. Crews responded to a small kitchen fire on the 4th floor. There wasn't much to it, but the sprinkler system continued to pour out water. At least 3 apartments have been evacuated while cleanup continues. There's no word yet on the extent of damages.
They probably do think we're nuts, but if we get a warm weather like this on December 1st, an opportunity to go golfing, take it.
I hear you. Golfing in December. You don't see that or hear about that very often in North Dakota, but dozens of hackers are out at Maple River Golf Course in Mapleton taking advantage of the weather. The advice from those we talked with today includes dress in layers, use hand warmers, and don't miss hit. That can sting. The course is going to be open through Sunday. Also, we hearing that Leonard Golf Course is open as well. And of course, the reason that those courses are open is an above average weather planner for the entire weekend. Let's find out from Justin about tonight's forecast. Justin?
And thank you, Mike and Andrea. Good evening, everybody. Yeah, another unseasonably warm day, and it's going to be a mild evening as we start to clear out. Temperatures falling. We're at 36 now in Fargo, 35 Jamestown, 31 Devil's Lake, and 37 out toward Bemidji. Winds light, mainly 3 to 8 miles per hour from the south or from the west. A nice warm flow. Now, if you look off to our west, we are seeing clearing skies. A few passing clouds as you make your way elsewhere across the viewing area with some light rain or some snow showers, especially just off to the east of Thief River Falls into the Bagley and Bemidji area north of Park Rapids. Most of us staying dry into the Fargo area, Southern Valley. We're going to clear out nicely as we keep a southerly wind that is going to keep temperatures mild for overnight lows for this time of year into the upper 20s. Now, we have a nice weekend ahead, but temperatures are going to be on the way down for next week. We'll give you the details coming up later in the newscast.
All right, thanks, Justin. And make sure you have the Valley News Live Storm Team weather app so you can keep up with the weather anytime, anywhere. You'll get the latest forecasts and conditions so you can plan your day. Just search VNL Weather in the App Store and download it for free.
A 23-year-old Minnesota man is dead after a workplace accident in Otter Tail County. Authorities were called out just before 11 yesterday morning on a report of a man not breathing. 23-year-old Michael Mousseau of Bertha was taken to a Wadena hospital where he was pronounced dead. Authorities believe he was electrocuted while working for R.D. Offutt Company on a high-voltage electrical cord for potato unloading equipment. The case remains under investigation.
A Minnesota teenager steering a horse and buggy has died after he was hit by a semi. Authorities say 17-year-old David Miller of Staples was struck along Highway 210 just west of Staples yesterday. Miller was airlifted to North Memorial Medical Center where he later died. The driver of the semi was not hurt. The horse also died in that crash.
A judge has sentenced a Minnesota man to 2 life prison terms for his role in a Grand Forks murder and a meth trafficking ring in North Dakota and Minnesota. 35-year-old Modesto Torres was sentenced in federal court. Torres was found guilty by a jury in October on several counts, including murder and conspiracy to distribute meth. Prosecutors say he was the leader of the meth trafficking operation and ordered the murder of 24-year-old Austin Forsman of Grand Forks at the Flying J truck stop on March 11, 2016. The investigation into Forsman's death led to indictments of 13 people involved in the meth trafficking operation. Back in October, Crystal Feist of Grand Forks was convicted earlier on murder and drug trafficking charges and was sentenced to 30 years in federal prison.
A Minnesota man has been found guilty of attempted murder of a police officer. In March of 2016, Jan Michael Wangstead of Breckenridge was involved in a standoff at the Roadway Inn in West Fargo. Wangstead held police at bay for 4 hours at this Main Avenue motel. Police say that he shot at them, though no one was hurt. Guests at the motel were evacuated. People in nearby homes and businesses were told to stay put as SWAT negotiators talked Wangstead out. A sentencing date has not been set for this conviction. He was previously sentenced to 5 years in jail for a terrorizing charge relating to this same incident.
3 people were hurt after a car ran into the back of a pickup at a high rate of speed in the Northern Valley. It happened it happened yesterday on Highway 81, just north of Minto, North Dakota. Police say both vehicles were heading north. One was going faster than the car in front of it, but the driver didn't realize the speed difference and hit the other vehicle. Both drivers and the passenger in the pickup that was hit were taken to area hospitals.
The opioid epidemic continues to impact the country, and North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum is continuing his efforts to keep the Peace Garden state at the forefront of the fight against opioid addiction. Health officials told the governor that more addiction counselors are needed, and many areas are having a hard time hiring. Earlier this year, 6 North Dakota communities received funding to help prevent opioid abuse. Governor Burgum is pushing the idea of treating drug abuse like any other disease instead of shaming people who are addicted.
Later on Valley News Live at 6, if you're looking for a holiday event to attend this weekend for the entire family, Bonanzaville has something to offer.
Up next, a well-known home food service company appears to be up for sale.